Alright guys, welcome back again to another exciting one. So today we want to find a central tendency of all our data. That's the mean, median, and mode using Python. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to log into our Jupyter notebook, which you've probably been doing it before. So I'm going to pick a data frame. So I can easily pick a data frame like house. Obviously this is the only thing I'm going to use for now. So that is really going to be very short. So I'm going to paste this house data frame and I'm going to say mean. So anytime you heard about mean, what does that mean? It means average. So we want to find the average of what? Let me just load it. So the moment you load this particular data frame, so what you're going to have is the entire what? Mean of a data. So what do I mean by this? Okay, sorry, something is wrong. Okay, I think we need to ensure that maybe we have spent more time not loading this data. So what we're going to do is that I'm going to try to load the import file from above, or easily I can just make it to look like I just want to run everything from the top. So import pandas pd, I want to run everything. So if you can run everything, obviously you will or should be able to get a desired result, because you have to run it, because if you have run it for a very long time and your system is spent some few minutes or hours without loading the entire data set again, you might have issues. So what exactly is going on? I'm trying to figure out why my main is not really working. All right, so I think we actually need to figure out where exactly the issue is from, but let's try it this way. Let's say axis equals 1, and this means that it should operate across the column, because the entire main functions normally works in the column level. So I want to say, because anytime you're finding the average, sometimes it must have to do with number, but let's run this first. Yeah, we're still having issues, and then that means we have to do it with numbers. So we'll say numeric only, and let's say equals true, and let's run it. Yeah, you can see we're able to achieve it. So what this thing is actually telling us is that every of the column that you have from the first, second, third column, every of these column is the value is what? The value is, this is the middle, the average value of the entire column. All right, if you look at the house column from number 1, if you want to bring it out, like you really want to bring it out, let me bring the first 5 so that you will not be struggling. So let me say the house.df, and let me just underscore df dot add. So we just want to bring out the first 5 so that we know what is on the column. So the ID is this, so the date, the price, the bedroom, so everything is this. So you can see the ID, the date. You can see the date is having issues because you're having this kind of flaws, because the entire pandas could not easily figure it out. So, and that's it. So that is it. And if you want to find the median, which is the one at the middle, okay, so that's it. So you can see house dot median, and you will say house dot median, and you will say axis equals 1, and you say numeric only equals true. All right, so once you do that, you can see you have that as well. So if you want to find the mode, let's check it out. The mode is the most frequent, the one that appear most. Okay, say mode, and this is not def, this is house. All right, and you run it, you can see you have the most frequent. What we're having inside this place is, because the data has not been cleaned, so you might have a little bit of issues, but this one is just bringing out everything. So we need to make sure that the axis is across 1, and we don't want it to be numeric only. We just want the frequent appearance. Let's see whether this is going to give us what we want. Yeah, let's take it out. Okay, it said instance of string. Okay, what exactly is going on? Okay, we still have all of this a lot, like it's giving us so much of errors. Anyways, so What I want you to understand is that we have the mean, the median, and the mode, obviously, which is what we normally use to, use to calculate our central tendency, which is the mean, median, mode functions, and it's work across the column most times. Yeah, before, I think it's because of the upgrade of pandas. If you really want to read more about it, you can go to pandas and you see how they normally use it before. You can see it's really easy. So they just say the median and the mode. Or if probably you've cleaned your data, obviously you should be able to get that things done. By the time you get to how to really clean data and data processing, you understand what it means to be able to use all these media mode and are we using it in the first place. This is what I'm actually going to stop for now. In the next tutorial, we're going to dive into how to work more on a function called describe. And until then, see you in the next one. Bye.